Right. Hello, one and all. I have my cup of tea. I've got my drink. We are all set for a little record session. We're playing Fantasy Life I, the girl who stole time. I thought that this might be a nice little, interim game whilst I've been working on several large-scale videos of late, and this game looked a little podcasty. Might be fun to talk about. Who knows? We'll give it a go. We'll see how it feels. I guess. But this is a level 5 game, and level 5 titles are normally a little bit of a mixed bag. Or at least that's what I normally found out. This game's still being updated. It's sort of like, it's like double A, not quite triple A. That's sort of standard of title. And this game was a title that was released on 3DS. And I don't know if it did particularly well. The fact that it's got a remake on the Switch suggests that it did well enough in some markets somewhere to warrant this existing. It's also released on PC and other such consoles as well, but I got a Switch 2 version because I thought this is the kind of game that I would play on the go. I've had my criticisms of titles like Animal Crossing in the past, where I have said that the issue with titles like that is they generally give you jobs to do over the course of your playtime of the game, and it normally feels quite empty in regards to, again, the jobs that you do. And I wanted something with a bit more bite to it, something where it feels like, okay, that sort of middle ground between Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon titles or Stardew Valley or something like that, because again, I like those titles. I've had my fun with those games in the past. I think that most of them are qualitative titles. The issue stems from them being a little bit stagnant, a bit repetitive as time's gone on. So I wanted something a little bit different in regards to that whole genre, something that would give me a bit of oomph. And I've checked out a little bit of this game, just a little bit, not too much, and I thought, you know what, I'll start from scratch, we'll give this a proper go, use my Dusky Snow lens as it were, and we'll see what it's like, because it sort of reminds me of the job system from Final Fantasy XIV with some weird ass quirks to it, and we should hopefully get to that. But again, this will give me the chance just to talk about things as we go as well, because I think that would be pretty nice, just to have a little convo. For a change, I'm going out on a limb here and saying that if I were to put my name into this title, things would be just okay. Because an issue that can tend to happen with titles like this is you make your own character, and it turns out, oh, they're predetermined, like they are people that exist. Standard, small, tall, or large. Is that large? It's not. I wouldn't really consider that to, I get what they're trying to go for. I wouldn't really consider that to be a thing. Why are there two options locked out? What's going on here, game? We'll sit with standard. Gentlemanly, maidenly, or mysterious. We'll sit with gentlemanly, I guess. Oh, this is the face features. Am I really that bothered? Because it's gonna be like garbs all over us as well, isn't it? Go for the classic Dragon Ball look there. Oddly enough, I have hair more akin to this than probably anything else here, right? I'm a scruffy boy by nature. It's nothing has my hair. This is the closest thing I'm gonna get. Eyes, focused, alert, joyful, alluring? Really? Oh god. Staring, blank, tired, sleepy, centered. Lots of different art styles going on here all one go. What should I do? Jesus Christ, this haunting abomination. Maybe we should go for something like this. Maybe I should be a little less caring about how this boy looks. In that case, should we just go like... Do we have white on here? That'd be funny. Diamond. Yeah. Something quite unsettling. Whenever you look at them, it's just... Ugh. Bushy? Bold? Right. Oh, that's a terrifying creature. Sure. Why not? Let's make this completely unsettling. A peanut nose. Oh, it's not just a me model. It actually, there's some dimension to it. Oh my god! I thought that said pulsing for a second then. Forest dweller, red balloon, just balloon, maybe just balloon. That's. Oh. A kitty mat, no. I want to give him some... My dog barking at the moment. That's picking up at all, but certainly in line with what we're seeing at the moment. Like constant panic. Oh, maybe. Let's go with spooky. Sure. Oh, what's the point? You can't see the ears. Pointy, standard, small, big. Devilish, sure. Features like this weird beaten up this. I would normally give him a beard to match my luscious beard, but I'm kind of on the... No, that's too mimish. We don't want to go that far. We don't want to overkill it, you know. We want it to be scary. We don't want it to enter meme territory. Yeah, let's do that. Sure, why not? Very Link-esque. That's too real. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want from this. I feel like I should change his name as a result. Like, Dusky ain't gonna cut it anymore. It's too real. Splungus. I think that's probably gonna have to be his name. What? What could... Oh. The little zombie boy. Do we want him to be blue? Or green? What's yellow look like? No. Maybe that? Yeah, sure. Just, you know, the idea that, like, the premise of this game that we're going to travel back in time to, like, a previous... We'll go for it. Reveria, peaceful land brimming with magic and mystery. I want it to be the case where, like, this is like an isekai adventure, right? So when we go out of time, when we go elsewhere into another world, we don't just not fit in. We are... Just turn that down slightly. We are downright just, like... It is morally not right to keep us alive. That's sort of what I'm going for here. Will you strike the earth, forge iron, fell trees, cook food, sow clone, build houses, or perhaps... Will you hunt, catch fish? The whole build house thing... Whenever I get, like, the opportunity like that, it's... it's worrying for me because I'm sort of like, okay, how far are we going to do that? Because if I'm going to have the ability to build a house or anything of the sorts, you better give me full control over that stuff. And I don't mean like, again, I don't mean like Animal Crossing levels of that sort of stuff, because I feel like that with New Horizons. I posted about that game on socials way back when it came out, and my takeaway from it was quite drab, in the sense of like, I actually preferred the original Animal Crossing over New Horizons, which is a controversial statement to make, because technically New Horizons is just more Animal Crossing, but with like more to do. The issue with the more to do is that there is like a finite cutoff point, and it, like with the original Animal Crossing game, it did feel like there was a day-night cycle where you could continuously just go about your business and do things on a day. You could hop in and play for as long as you want and just have a good time with it. Whereas with New Horizons, it felt like there was an anvil hovering over you the longer you played during a day, and the game would just eventually cut it. Haven't discovered anything yet. The look on your face says it all. Sure. Yeah, the clear look on my face. But yeah, I thought that game was like quite restrictive as well, because if you're going to include content where it's like, you can progress in certain areas by doing a variety of odd jobs here and there, it's like, okay, cool. So realistically speaking, there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to just keep at this for a bit, right? And then the game, again, just sort of hard locks you and just goes, no, look, soft locks you at some point during a day and goes, that's enough of that. You shouldn't be doing that for longer than this point. And it's like, but why? You gave me a game. I want to play it. And again, I didn't really feel that with the original Animal Crossing game, because that felt more like a Tamagotchi type scenario. You know, you load it up, you have your fun, you wander about, you do your thing for a bit. And then, you know, you put it down when you're done. That's pretty much it. Yes, and it goes into like my worry of titles like Tamagotchi Life and stuff like that, because I've got my issues with that genre of game in general. So I know it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, people can just use the argument, it's just a bit of fun, you know, you just load it up, you just have a fun time with all the characters you create, and you watch all the goofy stuff that you do. But then you have to ask yourself, like, how long until that cycle of content starts to loop, you know? And like 10 years ago plus, like 20 years ago, around the time when Animal Crossing came out, even around that time, if a game like Tamagotchi Life were to come out, that would be amazing. You know, that would have been a good time. The problem is we have the internet. So if anyone wanted to like explore the various different ways that characters can socialize and do things, you just look that shit up now. There's no mystery behind it anymore. I don't like the positioning of the HUD. Is there any way I can change that? I can't pause the game at the moment. Okay. I don't like the tutorialization just being there. And I feel like that even though there is like an objective thing at the top, the minimap's still too low. Like, the screen is very busy for what I expect this game to be. Cookie will keep watch ahead. He's not even going to blink. Okay. Can you believe we found a fossilized dragon at the bottom of the ocean? I love archaeology, kid, but I'm starting to think it loves me back. Let there be donuts, lots of donuts. Comms. Oh, okay. Heard Edward nearly lost his hat when that fossil started glowing. Wish old Boyle could have seen it with his own 2 eyes. Do you?
Need something from Polo?
You thought it was I was Marco, didn't you? That's a no, bud. I'm Polo. And this is Mark. Okay. I get the joke. I don't find it amusing. It just says, I like that the right analog stick just says camera controls, like Okay, true. I can move it around. I want to zoom in. Is there any way I can do that? I want to look at my boy because I can't. Look at his little face. Is he smiling? Did I give him permission to smile? Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to drink my tea now. Give it back, meanie. That's cold. Oh, that's true. We had a stitched mouth. You should not be able to open that. Immersion ruined. So much for enjoying the moment. And donuts and glory, donuts and glory. I don't know how long these videos are going to be, by the way. I presume that I will do like a few hours and then like I'll cut it there. Because this ain't a long this ain't going to be a long play. I'm not doing anything like that with this. As I said, I want to treat this as like more of a podcasty type thing. We're going to sit back. We're going to enjoy this one. I'm going to talk a little bit about things in the, as I said, in the interim of big content. Just now, Cookie saw something straight ahead. You beat me to the punch, Cookie. Nice work. This is it. Our journey has led us here. This is what the ancient dragon wanted to show us. Is it treasure? Is Cookie going to be rich? I don't know what they are. There it is. What is that?
What do we have here?
A deserted island. But don't be fooled. This is no ordinary island. Knowing you, Splungus, I bet you've already noticed. I don't like that Splungus is smiling. Again, I think that should be pretty illegal. You won't find it on any map. An uncharted island that's linked to the past.
Yes, sir.
Cookie, oh, I guess we're gonna get access to a map like that at some point, and that area is gonna be like our end game or something. But you're asking yourself, what's this island called anyway? Well, it doesn't have a name yet, of course, which means we're the first ones to discover it. You know what that means, Splungus?
Yeah.
I didn't say anything.
Donuts.
We should call it Donut Dreamland. Hey, not so fast. This is a big decision, Cookie. Say we should think this over carefully. Big decision, big decision. What should we name it? Wasn't Mysteria already, like, in the prologue what it was called? Why would I change that? The name is visible to other players online. I don't care. I'm not... There's ain't a co-op experience here, guys. I should talk a little bit about that, actually, because, couch co-op games are, kind of weird at the moment, to say the least. I don't know quite when this started. The earliest point I can think of is Mario Odyssey. But since Mario Odyssey, co-op games have been sort of like one person gets to play the game and the other person gets to basically have a fidget toy. And as far as I'm aware, this game has the same thing, because I think that you play as Trip, the parrot, in co-op. And it always just sort of seems like, why did they get, like, the lesser end of things? I know why. It's because they can't be asked to program... it's because they can't be asked to program in the world reacting to people doing what the solo player could do. As in, like, it's really weird, because a game which I have criticized a lot way back when, I haven't thought about this game in a very long time, actually, but the Pokemon Let's Go games for the Switch, the co-op on those in those games, at least it lets you do the main things. You know, like, 2 players can function together, catch Pokemon together, engage in battles together, and I don't think that the Let's Go games are good. But when I point to that title as like, that's got good co-op, it's so weird in comparison. I mean, technically the Lego, the modern Lego games still have good co-op. I don't think they're good games, but they have, again, good co-op. It's a very weird thing. It's not that hard to get good co-op in a game as well. Like, you just let the second player, like, what's the word for it? You just let the second player, like, do what the first player can to most extent. At most extent. Jesus Christ, why is that so hard to say? What the hell's going on? There's a big dragon. God, it's so level 5 code. Oh great, big beam. Hang on to your boots. Splungers. Can you believe it's been 21 minutes? I don't know what's happening. You don't have to have to flash back to that. I don't know who these people are. The game's making like a big deal out of like, oh no, Edward's gone. Who's Edward? Like, at least other games have like a good 40 minutes to an hour of like me getting to know like a character who I'm going to meet back up with in the future. You know, instead of it just killing, well, not killing off, but instead of it just removing Edward completely. Like, I don't know who he is. This is what I was saying about games where you can name protagonists and yet the protagonist still has a character, so it feels intrusive to name them anything other than who they actually are, like Link in the Zelda games. People argue that Link is a character who you put your, you fill his boots, essentially. But that's not true, because Link reacts to things. He's the one who's changing the world. He's the one who is making all the big choices throughout the game, not the player. The player's enabling him to do so, because you're playing as Link, but you are... How can I say this? The player is not... They didn't make Link, you know? When the game talks to you, when the game talks to Link, it's not talking to you as the player, if that makes sense. Not so much, anyway. Create your character and enter this fun, wacky world where you can do all these fun shenanigans there. Format your story. Your story. It's always your story. It's always those words over and over and over again. Always to try and make you feel like you're, like, essentially taking over the entire game code. This is your adventure. You're just sat there going, like, what do you mean it's my adventure? It's Lif's adventure. Wow, this bird's cooked. Wait, what? I'm alive. Oh my goodness, Strip can talk with a big old thing on his head. You're alive too.
Huh?
You look... Because Trip can talk?
Watch it.
It's an awkward one because you've thrown a dragon at me from the get-go. Having a device that lets...
Oh.
I don't know. would this not be more impactful, like, maybe a little bit further on into the game? Have Trip do, like, a number of things almost mute in order to help us out, meaning well, but we can't understand what he's actually trying to do. And then all of a sudden, at one point, he gets this device on him.
Oh, what gives?
Also, that's Trip's voice, hey?
Huh? All right. Gotcha.
Yeah, like... Oh, this is going to be a weird one as well, because if we're dealing with, like, oh, this is a mystery island, we have no idea what's on this island, anything could be here on this island. We are also contending with the idea that, like, I have any clue or desire of what normality is like for these people. The tutorial stuff's still there, can I get rid of that at all? I don't mind these hints so much, but adventure information, guide indicator, I don't care about that. Play together. Oh yeah, that's emotes. Okay, so I guess it's adventure information display. But would that turn off the map as well? Yes. So if I put that back on, so it's all or nothing. That sucks. Tell you what else sucks. Still can't zoom the camera in. I want to look at my dude. Is there anything in the controls for that? Camera zoom down. That's it. I guess camera mode be the thing. Oh no, someone needs help. We have a stick. Combat basics. Y to attack, or X for a stronger attack. Activate your unique action with R. You can also dodge with A, or sheath your weapon with, okay. Press Y to perform up to 3 consecutive attacks, or press X to perform a strong attack that consumes SP. Okay, very, very basic trade-off stuff, but it's something that most games don't have with combat. That's something at least. It's going to be bare bones, I know it is, but I've got to praise this game when and where I can. We can lock onto enemies, face multiple enemies. Okay, so right, if I dodged out of the way though, like how much control do I have for that? Like, can I do? Okay, I'm trying to see if I can do some sort of like counter or dodge attack.
Oh, I know.
Oh god, the voice acting. Do I really need to pocket the branch? Within the strength, I felt kindness. You fought them not out of cruelty, but out of concern for me. I feel as though I'm in a fairy tale, and I've just met my hero.
Aw,
Thank you,
so
I owe you my
much.
life. That's a bit extreme. Splungus. My name is Ram, of course it is. And this one is Growler. This little one is Growler, the tiny dragon. He growled.
Gotcha.
Attacked by a black dragon which nearly killed us. Very true. Then a dragon fossil came to life. So we hopped on it and on its back and flew right for this weird gate thingy and landed splat right here and then... See, this is what I'm talking about, like, I don't know what the norm is. Because I assume that, like, we've got... when we get round to like jobs and classes and stuff like that in this game, one of them is probably going to be something along the lines of
This reminds me.
it's going to be along the lines of like, I don't know, like we might have some magic involved in this game or something like that. But would that be me like? Should I be shocked because magic is out of the norm for this world, or is that the norm back then? This is why it's okay to have like a lengthy prologue if you need it, because then I can get to grips with what's different. We started at the precipice of these guys traveling through what I assume is time, and because we started right then and there, and we did go back in time, like I guess that we went back in time or forward in time, one or the other, because we did that, I can't tell what's different and what's not. There were little guys that wanted donuts. That's about all I got. I'm reading as I'm going. I should... But, like, I am keeping up. Don't worry. These look cute-ish.
Oh, I know.
They're on to me again.
I'm sorry.
That's good. Sorry.
Huh?
What was that all about? I don't know. Caca.
Oh.
That looks tasty. Another world, huh? Well, as long as we're on this island, we might as well have some fun. It's giving me like Link's Awakening remake vibes, ever so slightly. Register it to your bag. Choose an item. Oh, wait, what's that? So, hotbar. Some items temporarily boost your attack or defense. Be aware that using your items with the same effect will override the previous boost. Okay, so they don't stack. Register the bag. How much are we betting that I'm just going to forget about the HP item for the longest time? This doesn't seem like it's going to be a complex game. You got a little leg. That's pretty cool, right? Little leg. Ooh, a chest. God, I fell. Can I get back up? I cannot. I have to run all the way around. Worst game ever. 0 out of 10. Must say. There's also a chest up there as well. But let's have a look at this one. How do I get here? Can I give them all that? Suspicious object and salt. My favourite ingredients. Coconuts? Mist fruit. It's all based off like mystery. Like, why would I change the name of the island? Tropical toad. Dodge and counter. Press Y right after dodging to perform a quick counter attack. Okay. Or I could not. My phone going off there. Right, fishies. Can't interact with the fishies. There's another tree. Can we do anything with the tree? We can pick these up. I leveled up apparently, level 3. I suppose that's a good thing. Do we have like a stats menu? We have a nothing menu. Is level 3 appropriate for me to be? I did 2 encounters and I picked up not that much. How quickly is leveling meant to be in this game? Okay, well, our SP seems to regenerate, so I'm already wondering why, unless we're using something that's like intensive, we would need. Oh, that's an invisible wall. I recognize those. Can't do anything with that tree. Can't do anything with that tree. Yep, I figured out how to do that at this point, but thank you, game. I'll say I'll make these like... Oh, okay, never mind. I'll make these like an hour and a half long videos. Because then I can paste them. And there's also no promise of me like finishing this game. You get a few episodes out of me, I'll say that.
Oh.
Hey, it's the dragon. Yeesh, that's not what I call a happy landing. Stop right there. This dragon is being investigated by the Kingdom of Mysteria. Kingdom? So, if I were to call it, like, Frogland, would the fruit be called... Froggy fruit, or something like that? Maybe I should just... Yeah, I'll just set auto on. We're not a tour guide. Move along now.
No way.
It moves faster than the auto, actually. No chance. That dragon's ours. Hand it over. You rode the dragon here from another world? Incredible. Okay. You just buy this. Thank goodness, you have no idea how much that pile of bones absolutely terrifies me. Just look at those teeth, shudder.
Huh?
So I just bought it. Is this a common occurrence? Like, how often do people zip back and forth? Climbing ledge. Yep, I still know that. Oh, okay, we have teleported to an area I'm just not familiar with. That's awesome. Thanks. This is not terrifying whatsoever. What have we got around here, actually, before we head up? Let's have a poke around. Magician's Academy, Luxurious Shop. Julian? Not Julian, but Julian. Shaman. Okay. Hotel. Some shops down there. Dude, can we have a look at the... How big's this world? I see. There are a few areas to go to. Not a lot by the looks of things, though. I mean, actually, a good way to judge this is to find out where we were prior, and to judge how far we've walked. I assume that this is just... Okay. Did we come from down here? Because there was that thingy. Yes, this is it. So... It didn't take us that long to go around. Capital's actually quite bigger. I mean, I know that would be the point of the capital, but... Okay, fine. Fine. Ooh! What's this? Leather string. I guess that's good to have. When the bone dragon descends upon us, I thought we were done for. I descended. Oh my god. I do apologize about that. Right. This is a fairly lenient place, to be honest.
Very well.
Renoa. King of Mystria.
Gotcha. No.
Not simply hand one over to unfamiliar people claiming to be from another world.
Oh, what gives?
Renoa!
That is the most logical thing anyone has ever said yet. Oh, Dragon, these two have no way to return to their homeland.
Yes. Gotcha.
We saved them from being eaten by monsters. It's true.
Huh?
I like that needed to be said. She is a member of the royal family. Yeah, I figured, considering you're king and all.
Well,
The dragon, could you please return to Splungus? Alright. Oh boy. It's begun.
Well,
Not to worry, there are a few ways to revive a dragon. Oh, so they're just common here.
oh.
An idle imp.
Huh?
It's not saying in this land, find a life and don't be idle, or imp will be your newfound title. Okay?
Hello there.
You have a life spoilers. Because my nose says you don't. Well, my nose, which is significantly bigger than your nose, says
What?
I do. How about that? We have lives we are no better than the monsters that roam outside the gates. No gates? I suppose that's a gate. That's more of a moat.
Oh.
So is this just like a disease people have? If they don't, like, get employed, they turn into devils or
what
something?
gives?
It's for the best if you don't want to end up an imp. My mama warned me about it. Eternia Village. Okay, see that building with the cog symbol?
Gotcha.
Okay. Did we get to choose? So, Granny Dumpling, man. Again, like, the game is it's throwing us about the place quite a bit. It's a little disorientating, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh. What's in here? Extra mount, Pegasus. So it comes with Pegasus, Max Heal Dust, High Energy Powder, Power Spray, Magic Spray, Simmer Tuna, and Honey Flan. Is this normal? Because I ain't taking that shit otherwise.
Phew.
I got the standard version of this game. I got the Switch 2 version of this game, so I don't know if it came with that, but why would I don't have the deluxe version or anything like that. Why would I get that? Why would I... I'm gonna play this game normally, thank you. Yep, I'm here to start a new life. And the Guild Master. Why are you Auntie Anne? Is that just a communal name? And change and issue new life licenses for you. I take it, or do you know what those are? No.
What?
I mean, I do, but help me. Professions. So call them that. Long ago, the goddess Celestia blessed all of Reveria with life, including us. I'm confused. Is Reveria like the world? Because I thought that was like a continent or something like that. My bad if that's the case, but... Whether it's fighting, crafting, or gathering, there's always a life for you. So we get to choose. Um. Okay, do I have to give this, like, some serious thought? Am I stuck with one of these? I'm also thinking about the fact that, why is farmer and artist cut off? That's interesting. So, yeah, let's have a look, because we've got blacksmith here, woodcutter, carpenter, angler, tailor. Because what I'm assuming is, if we were a blacksmith, we would need ore, which means that we'd need to be a miner. If we were a carpenter, we'd need wood, which means that we'd become a woodcutter, that sort of thing. So maybe it's not worth doing any of these ones yet. But we've also got, like, these classes, which I'm a little perplexed by. I mean, I don't know. Can we default it? If we do Paladin first, and then we can work our way through this list. Shield of the Innocent and a Sword of the Weak. A hero to children everywhere, a villain's worst nightmare. Sounds good to me. Looks like you chose a wonderful life for yourself. Again, I just sort of hope that, like, the selling point of this game is that you get to switch about, right? Also, that didn't seem like that was a lot. Because again, like Final Fantasy XIV,
What a pickle.
if you wanted to be kept busy for a long ass time, you start switching about different jobs in that game. What's alive? Okay, so yeah, and unlock them all, I guess. Crafting, gathering, or combat lives. What's a license? Carry out. You need a license to carry out activities for that particular thing. Each life has its own life master who will assign you challenges and promote you to higher life ranks for completing them. Higher rank in a life allows you to learn new and stronger abilities. Okay.
Right.
I suppose maybe a combat life isn't a bad idea to begin with, because I just assume that monsters are going to be about the place. Ooh, we are proud. Do we have a sword now?
To protect the peace.
Yep. Well, that's a verbal line, so expect to hear that again. I've been waiting for you, brave hero. I'm not just yet. I've only just got here. You imagine saying that, like you show up at like your first day of the job, and they're just like employee of the month right here. Listen close, as I will hereby teach you the great responsibilities that we paladins have been tasked with. Paladin's duty is to protect and maintain peace throughout the kingdom of Mysteria. We carry out the wishes of King Renoa, and if any foe wishes to do our people harm, it falls to us to strike them down. That is why we serve. Work hard, fulfill your duties, and we will make a proper paladin out of you yet. Now that the formalities are done, the formalities have been dealt with rather, it's time to teach you how to wield a sword. So it's the same as the stick. Equip a shield for a balanced approach. Paladin in charge of your training waits you in the royal capital. There's much to teach you, but I trust you will remain diligent.
Until we meet again.
The Paladin story, protect the peace. I suppose it's going to be the bulk of the game then, right? Can I make it to a fledgling first? So we have to rank up before we can change to another life. Okay, so it makes you do the tutorial for each job before you can change to another job. I suppose that's okay. What's our sword look like? Okay, we can use the shield. We have a little sword here. So I assume that like a blacksmith would be pretty good for this guy at this point, right? Because then we can get like better swords and stuff like that. Supposedly like each job would feed into the next. And then we've got the roll and marketing and all that sort of stuff. Okay. I'm itching, you know? I'm itching to play. I wanna get in there. I wanna do things. Little doggo barking outside, like a crazed man. I suppose we can do this, like, little quest, and then I'll call it here for a first episode. To protect the peace. Nice to meet you, I'm your senior officer, Arsenio? Okay. I'm your superior. Sure, I might have only joined 3 days ago, but, I mean, considering how quickly you're ranked as the non-class member, I would not be surprised if it takes me not that long to rank up too. That's right, we can sprint. So, they're called plushlings. Puzzleby Market is just up ahead, easy name to remember since it's bustling like a bunch of busy bees. The only reason why I bring up the stuff like what was the world like prior to us coming to this island, is because it sort of makes you think, like, did we need time travel at all? Or could we have just started this game off with, we're here, you know? Like, oh, now it's your time to get a life, or something like that. A new shipment arrived today, but a Swindle Wolf attacked the merchant and made off with the goods. Swindle Wolf? Like, why are we surprised by that? I don't know what a Swindle Wolf is. I just got here, guys. Our customers are going to be so disappointed when they find out we're out of fresh veggies. Okay, we'll kill the Swindle Wolf. The road to... Okay, sure. Okay, so we've got armor, weapon. How expensive is a new sword? Because again, thing is, if I choose to be a blacksmith, could I just make a bronze sword? In fact, what sword do I have at the moment? That's, can I have a look at that stuff? Hello, hello, hello. Lots of new things, okay, but still, equipment. Auto-equip equips gear with the highest stats available. Okay. Oh, these are rented. That makes sense. Borrowed sword, borrowed shield. I have the feeling that this is going to be a game that's it's going to have more depth than it looks like something like this would, if that makes sense. Because I was chatting with a few people online about Breath of the Wild. I know, again, what? Because that's what, you know, I streamed Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom when those games came out, and I had a lot to criticize about those titles in the sense that people tend to praise those games more for what players are doing with those games rather than what the games encourage you to do. It's like, you know, instead of praising like a piece of art, people are praising like a paintbrush or something like that. And it comes across as a little bit shallow as a result. I'm just trying to see if I can look at the telegraph of this, to be honest. I mean, yeah, sure, that happened. Well done, splendid fight, you two. Paladin Splungus, my name is Garden. I have served this kingdom as Paladin a whole 5 days longer than Arsenio. Okay. Now allow me to teach you the proper way to use a shield. Yep. At higher ranks you can also do a counterattack. Then why tell me upon it now? Because I want that. Nothing wrong. But those monsters from earlier looked a bit different than the ones I saw before. Cool, a boss. just realised actually. Wait. You. If I just got the boss, there we go. Like, hang on. I'm trying to get him out in the wider area. Nope. Okay. Okay, that's too early. I just wanted to see if we could do like the basic stuff that we could do with the stick. I don't know if I did. They've been hoarding stolen goods and they just had them perfectly here. Are they fine? Okay. I guess we're all right with that. I guess everyone's taking their shots. We got stat buffs. Okay. I can imagine easily losing a bunch of hours to this game. I'm not, like, really grabbed by anything yet, though. When someone thanks you, the best thing to do is to accept it with a smile. Feel bad about accepting a reward today, then just swing your sword even harder tomorrow to protect the peace. 200 dosh. I quite like that. Complete that mission, let's report to the captain. Map screen icons. Oh, I guess they are all available now. I actually want to press that. God, it's such a weird angle for the camera. This is just sort of a thing with these sorts of games at the moment as well, but there is like a very small hint of bloom to everything. Is there any way I can turn that off actually? Because it might get a little distracting. Depth of field, post-processing. Enable, disabled. No, that's not what I wanted. But if these are really the only options here? What about this? Okay, I guess that's a no then. It's not that intense, it's just there enough to make everything feel a bit washed. It's like fake HDR on top of HDR, it's kind of weird.
Nicely done. I'm impressed.
Cool. I guess my reward is I get to keep the sword and shield. It's good you have a promising future. Fruits of your labor. Cool. Protect the peace. So we're gonna rank up. Yay! We're a fledgling. Okay. What are stars? Stars are points collected for each life. Okay. To get more stars, your rank increases. Life challenges can... okay, so we complete life challenges to level up. Hereby grants Splungus the rank of fledgling paladin. Countless new challenges, I suppose they won't be countless. They'll probably be counted. What do we say? Yep. Called it. It seems like Auntie Anne has an important matter to discuss with you. Hope with us soon.
Until we meet again.
That's... Squire's sword. Okay. Is a Squire's sword better than the borrowed sword? I guess there's only one way to find out. Be an equipment, wouldn't it? Oh, it's still borrowed. Oh, but I don't have the other sword, so if I remove that, would I just... I've got the borrowed... Okay. Wait, how much? 19, plus 19. Borrowed shield? We don't have a shield yet. And we've got a basic set of armor. But we've got skill board, we can have a look at this. I know what a skill board is. Okay, so what have we got? We've got 8 skill points. Sonic Blade, charge attack, perform /. Can't afford that just yet. What's this? Plus 5 attack. That's free. Plus 10 defense. Or... Okay. Thing is, if I up attack, I'm not going to be using SP as much. And as long as I get the dodge down, defense isn't going to be that big of a deal, is it? 5% critical hit rate. What do I want to go with here? Plus 10 defense? Let's even it out. Okay, what do you want?
This auntie sure is proud of you.
Okay. Yeah, I was standing in the corner when that happened, actually. You were there. You have to earn future rewards from the Life Masters themselves, I figured. 1,000 dosh. There's no way Renoa can refuse us now. Come on, let's find him. Over to the inn for some rest. Are we really going to be pushed to do that now? Okay. What are our challenges actually? Would it be in quests? Yep, I know what quest menu is. Okay. Yes, here we go. Stir scale. So if we learn that from skill board, we just use that. Okay, defeat monsters as a paladin. Tropic Toad. We're in Eternia Village. Oh, we could knock some of these off now. Oh, it actually tells us where they are. Do I like that? Do I like that there is a GPS for where enemies spawn? Oh, I'm locked out. I don't like that. Okay, I guess we will rest up and then commence battle another day. Resting at inns. Resting at inns will change the time of day and restore your stamina. But stamina restores every time anyway, so... It only costs 10 dosh. Oh, I've got a few things in my head right now. I wonder how we can break the economy. You don't find enough, I'll never see him again. Is that how we're gonna do this through flashbacks? Okay. Want freedom. This was really count as saving? Memorizes up to 3 words. And then he came back and bought Trip, I guess. I don't mean to seem dour about this, but it's just like, yep. Okay.
Hey, kid.
I'll take this bird. And then they became best buds.
Here?
Having, like, cliches and tropes is one thing, but, like, just playing them flat. Dreams, adventure, fantasy. Those are the only 3 words that you need to memorize. Come here, little bird. How would you like to uncover the secrets of history? That's a loaded question. No one ever paid much attention to me either. That's a loaded statement. Like, how do you know that maybe Trip's just been put on sale right this second. It's natural for animals to be sold as pets to be looked after because people can't,
Kid,
like one person can't look after an animal all by themselves. It's just... Okay. I'm also thinking now that the translator on his head, the big old metal thingamabob, okay, he can talk now, fine, but like surely he's gonna talk to us 90% of the time of the game, in which case he doesn't need to talk to us. Like he can monologue if he wants to, you know, we can get those little speech bubbles in his head. I'm fine with that.
all right.
If you're ever feeling blue, I'll give you special... Okay.
Gotcha.
I mean, better than nothing. Yeah, here we go. Working with Trip. During single player, two-player compressed plus the players, Trip go on an adventure with a friend of your choice. To play like. It's nothing. It's not enough to warrant its existence. That's sort of the thing. Because if someone had a look at this game and was like, oh, that looks like a really cool game, I would like to play that too. You would just sort of say, like, yeah, cool. You can't? Oh, that's right. I was gonna kill things, wasn't I? Oh, screw it. We're probably gonna be sent back anyway. I can't imagine we're gonna be leaving the area. Writing-wise, this is just the case with a lot of games at the moment anyway, especially of this sort of genre. Everything is played rather straight, and it just... You have to dig quite deep to find anything of, like, unique value when it comes to the narrative. Which is why I'm sticking with gameplay here. If I can get something out of that, that'd be great. Maybe even a funny moment here or there. Much better. I can't spell a trace of idleness on you. Forgive you a hard time yesterday, Splungus. I officially welcome you as a citizen of Mysteria. Congratulations. Pardon me. 3,000 dosh.
Very well.
Yes.
Feeding it a dragon nut.
Well.
Dragon nut? Little G.
Gotcha.
The woodcutter master Leela has got hold of some recently. She's going to share them with all of the life masters. Maybe you could ask your master, ask really, really nicely.
All right.
I got you. So we're going to have to be of a certain rank in order to do that. Okay.
Hey, pal. Whoa.
What is that thing?
Huh?
Is it important to teleport right there? Is that the teleport spot? There's Ditcher's Crow. A dragon nut is what we're after. I wouldn't even know what would take priority here. Like, we're working to try and get back to the previous world. Okay, but are we working... Like, I would... Out of every priority in this game, I would assume that Edward would be the top priority because he's a character that we supposedly knew. We don't know them as a player, which is a big problem. Because I don't really have much investment. Well, I assume the point of what's about to happen here is that we're going to be told, hey, if you want to get this dragon nut, dragon nuts center tracks dragons, so I'm sure you can understand why paladins must want that they use carefully. By resolve, in that case, once
Yes.
for a bit of challenge, you're able to defeat 5 Tunko lizards, I shall give you the dragon that you require.
Gotcha.
Okay. Can I change my life at this point? No. I'm hoping the game will open up at some point, because I am a little bit nervous about that. Tungo lizards, hello. Right, it's A for dog, isn't it? Not that it seems to matter. They're all quite weak. Do we have another quest for the Tunko lizards? Oh, what was it? Tropical toad. Are these tropical toads? They are. Yeah, we're leveling up really fast. How many points did we get for leveling up that time? Not that many. 3 points. Enough to get something though. I suppose Sonic Blade is what we want to save up for at this point. How quickly do the toads respawn? Free XP on the ground. Such a weird one. Like when this opens up, like it'll be cool just to follow all the routes and sort of do what I want when I want. But okay. But for now, I'm sort of stuck twiddling my thumbs a little bit. Like, okay, I will. Oh, we can block perfectly, apparently. Does that just negate damage, like completely? That's something, I guess. Right, before we do that, right? But you just told me how to swim. Ugh. I'll walk all the way back around now. Right. I have a feeling I'm going to end this in a moment anyway. But yeah, I can easily see this being something that I get, like, addicted to in some way, shape or form. I will continue to cover this game. Because, yeah, I like me a good job system. Just kind of want a little bit more out of this at this point. I know it's early days, but I don't. There's promise when it comes to mixing and melding job types together, and I kind of need to see that in action. You know, I kind of need to put those things together before I can praise any one job. Because I'm a little bit leashed at this point, you know? Have the Froggers come back yet? No. If I can get a nice level before I do anything else, that would be great. Oh, I'll tell you what, actually, if we go to quest, it will just tell me where they are, won't it? So there's some over here. Okay, never mind.
Gotcha.
do we even know if we want to be doing this? Because didn't we just sort of like fall onto the dragon and then all this shit like sprang out of control? It worked, it really worked. It didn't work, did it? We're gonna need more dragon nuts.
No way.
I'm waiting for it.
Well,
This bone-like dragon you told me about, I didn't expect him to be literally made of bones. Apologies, dragon, you gave me quite a fright. Grawr.
Thanks, pal.
What a relief. My brother would not approve of me being here, but I'm glad I came.
Gotcha.
But, are we really doing this? Like, I know we're not ending things, absolutely not, but like...
All right.
Yeah, that was expected.
Whoa.
I'm glad they just did it, though. Like... Not letting you off that easy. What? What? That's a dragon, though. We're telling me that a dragon can be stopped by a weight? Like that? What the hell?
Ah, what?
Of course.
Is this not at the point where you just say, well, if you don't let us go, the dragon will rain hellfire upon you? Like...
Gotcha.
well,
Here to help out the repayment fee. We've been... Okay.
I'm sorry. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
What a pickle.
I mean, I don't think it's going to take us long to do this, because... it... So... Okay, we've got side quests now. So, the thing that I was, like, worried about previously was that, like, we were going to do the whole thing where it's like, oh, he was going to fly to a location. It's like, oh, we can't do anything there yet. The game has stopped. We are buffering, which means that we now need to do this other specific thing to proceed, if that makes sense. Like, oh, in order to get past here, we need to make an item or something like that. So we need to, like, build up our blacksmithing. It's a bit like the Atelier games. In that regard, I'm not really having to defend, like, at all, to be fair.
There.
He's a level 7. And what's in here? What was that? Right, I was looking at the item. The thing on the side isn't helping. I get that that's where the name of the items appear, but I have no idea what I just picked up. What was it? It was this. A sack of copper. A currency item. Can I not... Do I have to sell that? I guess I have to sell that. Okay, what was I gonna do? Oh, that's right. Quests. Let's see what else we can do. So we can just, like, hand everything in all in, like, a big old chunk. We'll get around to some side quests at some point. But yeah, I'll end this video in a moment. We'll get some of this stuff out of the way with. But yeah, like the Atelier games did this as well, where I might play some of those at some point. But the point of those games was that you just have to keep making things bit by bit, you know? And once you did that, you could proceed to the next big major story event. So the gigantic, epic story that was happening about the place was more of like an excuse to get you to play the game. What are we logged on to? Why do you look like you're logged on to something? Okay, yeah, I don't mind. I just wish these games sort of like drop the pretense once in a while, you know? Here's this large, like giant, larger-than-life story that's happening over the top of everything. Isn't that really cool? This game where it's meant to be like... What's this game called? A slow life RPG? Wasn't that the advertising term for it? Then you just think to yourself, it's like, just be what you are. It's fine. You don't have to push it. You know, you don't have to go over the top with this. I am fine with this game just being a game where I'm plopped into a world and I can do something like that. You don't need to give me a random half-baked story as an excuse to get me to do things. I know that's like a motivating factor for a lot of people, but you don't need... If the gameplay's solid, you do not need that sort of stuff. And just from what I'm playing at the moment, there's things here, you know? I kind of feel like that this game can survive without that stuff. It just needs to sort of like... It comes across as if it lacks confidence that its gameplay can survive that sort of stuff. Because again, I've seen this happen in games all the time. That's why mobile games survive as long as they do, is because they will have fodder in there, like something to distract you. To say like, oh look, we don't think that our gameplay will actually keep you like engaged for long enough, so here's a bunch of things to strive towards. It's like, okay, I got you, I understand, but also, you really don't have to do that, you know? Have the confidence to believe that your gameplay can survive that test of time. Can we up our health? I assume so. Okay, so we also have our new ability. Oh, is it a ranged attack? So if I were to do this... Yeah. Quite a powerful one too, and we leveled up. Oh boy. I don't know if that bodes well, how quickly we leveled up then. Definitely getting the fishing class at some point. I want to be able to counter things as well. Put the H for it. Right. Yeah, we can get multiple in one go. It does knock down our SP enough to the point where we would actually have to consider if it's a viable thing for us to use, you know? Looking at levels, and I should be like more I feel like I should be more concerned than I actually am, but I'm shredding through things. Like, I'm leveling up faster than I can be concerned as well. Ooh, you're the boss, right? Yeah, we leveled up again. What's that? About skill? Yep. It's actually... Game screaming at me to get out. I get it. I see red circle expanding. I know what that means. It's universal. I understand I need to get out of the way. You only need to tell me once. It's just telling me to press A to dodge whenever that thing appears. Right, what have we got here? Fine saw. Okay. Suppose that's a good thing. How many have we done? Crushed cornies. Defeat monsters as a paladin. Proto beast. Okay, we can do that next. The corny boss. There's a second one. If I select that, will it tell me where it is? No. So I'm guessing it means that it will spawn in the exact same place and we just have to do it again. Okay. Right, let's do this one then. Ooh, there are a bunch down there. I can't make that jump, can I? Can I not go through here? This route leads to the outskirts of Mysteria. Don't you need to be somewhere else right now? I sound a little patronizing just now, didn't I? My apologies. That's gaslighting, my good sir. Well, lampshading, rather. What the hell? It's just not gonna let me. Okay, what else have we got then? Protect the road. So at night time we can do that one. Are there any more worker bees? I'm really not a fan of this camera. I swim. I can't swim there. I can only swim in pools. Poison antidote, okay? Yeah, I think, maybe I should hand in some of this stuff and then we'll call it there. I'll just reiterate what I've said already. I'm enjoying this title for sure. I think there's a lot of promise here, but again, it's just you don't need to put the pretense of a story in my face. You don't need to try and trick the player into like caring too much about this sort of stuff. Like, it's fine. Like, have the narrative be simpler if you want it to be, you know? Just set me up as like, this guy's like a, I don't know, it's an odd job kind of guy. He wandered into town, and he had like a bad night out or something like that, so he's having to pay it off by doing some odd jobs here and there. Or, as I said, have this guy be like a resident of this place. Cut the time travel nonsense out, this sort of stuff, because the time travel stuff rarely goes well. You have to be a really good writer to manage the time travel shenanigans. And I mean, like, it has rarely been done. So that's another one done there. Is there an... Is the night-day thing moving? Map screen icons part 2. Speech bubbles will... Yeah, okay. Fine. We'll deal with that at some point. There is an inn here. Good. Because if we can just deal with the wolf stuff and then after I've done that I can just drop off all the things we've gathered so we can get up a rank, that would be pretty neat. Would very much appreciate. Rest until night. That was a very slow load back in. Okay. I need to just press that for that, don't I? Nope, I'm doing this all wrong. There we go. I'm really annoyed I can't do this one now. Protect the road, sure. Oh, these are what they look like birds for distance. I was kind of saying.
There.
Yeah, I don't. Again, I don't feel like I have to do a lot of defensive stuff at this point. It's a little disappointing. A level 10 boy. Oh, I didn't even see my health. Does that come back over time? Will I be forced to actually heal in this game?
There. 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 Yeah.
This is risky, but I kind of want to push myself to this. Okay, and do we have anything else we need to do at night? Oh, the tortoises. Really? Feels kind of mean, to be honest. I do like that, which if you hold down the button to do Sonic Blade, whichever arm he was, like whichever position his arm was last in to do that, he keeps it there. Oh, he is on the aggressive. Guess that's that. Right. Anything else? I guess that means that the big old bee is back. Should I heal? Oh, fine, I'll use one. I'm just contemplating to see how far that I can... Again, how far I can get without doing that sort of stuff. A sleepy boss. The SP is climbing up. Get rid of all the small guys first. Oh, we leveled up just in time. Cool. Well, now that that's done, I kind of feel like that there's got to be a way to do this one, right? Like, you're not... Yeah, here we go. I was going to say, you're not actually telling me that it's locked off. I suppose I'm not even doing this optimally at this point, because the way this game would probably want me to do something like this is to go to the skill board, level up defense, level up attack, all that sort of stuff. What have we got here? Sanchez Slash, special skill, light, perform 3 powerful slashes. You know, boost our health and all that jazz up. I mean, how we got 21, I might as well get our base attacks up as much as possible. Wait, what? Oh, right, I read... Yeah, I read panels wrong. Well, that's kind of interesting. So, it's the idea that, like, you have to unlock 15 panels in order to get that. That's a very decent way of doing that, I'll say. Plus 10% damage reduction during shield guard. Charge attack temporarily boosts defense. Oh, but we need expert for that. Or, I guess we got health up. That's probably more important, right? Yeah, get our health. Get it all the way up. That's 5. That'll bring us down to a 4. Do I want to do that? I mean, maybe. We're leveling up too quickly. That's half the thing that's happening here as well. Sure, we'll do this. And then that brings us to... Okay, and then... all that. I guess this. I don't overly care about SP just yet, because I kind of want to be incentivized to dodge and counter when and where I need to as well. Plus 5 attack, yeah. Okay, cool. So, what, we should be big ol' power boy now? Pretty much. I like what you're trying to do here, game, but you're not doing it very well. Okay. You see, I'm getting more defensive than I should be, because I gain XP so fast that it's a bit of a joke. I haven't really been using my super attack either. Yeah, I'm just getting health and everything back as well. So, can't go over there. That would mean that if I wanted to do this, I'd have to wait 2 nights, wouldn't it? What should I do then? Because I'm gonna go on a limb and guess that's the only area to allow me to fight those guys at this point. It doesn't show you on the map. That's interesting. Should I just go to the inn, wait, like, whole cycle, and then come back? It seems egregious to do, but at the same time, it's really is the only thing I've got left. I suppose that's why you would have other jobs, though, isn't it? I don't, like, maybe I can do that at this point, but that's how you waste time, instead of doing something like this. I'll tell you what. Wrong button. It's gonna want us to go back to... a little paladin friend anyway. So if we just hand everything that we've done so far, it's the last thing on this list. That's the thing that's annoying me about it. If we just hand everything that we've done in so far anyway, and then in the next part, we can just finish that off. Yeah, so I'd probably say that as well, though. Progression seems to be very, 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 very quick for my liking. I suppose it means that you're constantly switching back and forth between classes, but
Well met.
still.
How can I help? Yes.
Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, look at all this. Boom, 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 boom. Does it leak over? Hopefully. Apprentice.
Nicely done. I'm impressed.
This thing, okay. Got an iron sword. Increase your defense. Wait, increase your defense to decrease damage taken. I get. Yep. Cool. I suppose there's someone in the world that doesn't quite know it. Decrease damage taken from attacks with elemental properties such as... Yep. Got that. Cool. What's our quest like? What have we got here? Are any of these pre-done? No, so we do have to actually put the effort in. Fine by me. So that's... oh, okay. Cool. And we've got personal requests as well. Right then, I guess I'll leave it there. So yeah, to cap things off, I like this game, but also to cap things off, I kind of feel like it's like on the just on the tippy tip of like being something truly good, like truly great rather. I guess that like the further I go with this, we'll just see how like the jobs intertwine with each other. Because it worries me a little bit as well, because I lose a lot of time in Final Fantasy XIV when I'm doing like the job stuff. But in this game, if I was to make like a super weapon as a blacksmith and then give it to my like paladin self, will that then accidentally overdo the paladin stuff? Because I guess what I would want out of that then is like something like with what the skill boards do, because I quite like what the skill board was doing there in terms of like hard capping me on some stuff. You know, like this going, oh, you haven't got 15 panels yet, so you can't go any further. Cool, thumbs up. I appreciate that, because that stops you from overdoing it. You know, no matter how no matter what gear you have, you can't like up your health beyond a certain point, so you might still struggle with certain aspects. As I said, that's a good old thumbs up moment there. Good stuff. But yeah, we'll just keep on moseying about. I again, I can imagine spending a lot of time in this game, and we'll just see how much time this game is willing to spend with me. I have no idea what I'm saying. Outfits. Oh, we can put like a parallel over the top. Okay, that's something. Haven't looked at this actually. Life menu. Switching life via license menu. That's brand new. What does... oh, if we switch over and I have a look at the skill board, what's this? Oh, there is nothing for that one. Why have it then? As a challenge mode, I guess? Maybe, who knows? Anyways, yeah, see you guys in the next one. Adios, goodbye.